There is nothing romantic about a person who defeats the purpose. There's such a push and pull with like the idea of what romance is, I guess. Something I discovered and something I've experienced multiple times is somebody defeating the purpose, like my purpose of what love is supposed to be. I think the whole idea of a relationship is to find what somebody wants and give it to them. I don't think you should be in a relationship if you're not willing to learn their love language and show up in that way. It's also exhausting to explain to somebody what your purpose is over and over and over and have them show you multiple times that they don't respect it. There's nothing romantic about somebody who... Is there a dirt bike happening? What are we talking? People will continuously show you that they aren't willing. I feel like a lot of the time what's overlooked is like the present connection and just what happens in the future. Like there's not going to be a future connection if there isn't a present one. And the fact that I had to explain that to somebody so many times is baffling. I don't get why that concept isn't perceivable. Nothing good happening now deliberately means nothing good will happen in the future. It's kind of very self-explanatory. You're not just to be of use for somebody. Just to take up a little bit of space. Oh, I find a use for this person right now. I'm not going to take time to actively try to do things to better it, and I'm just going to kind of let the waters stay still because, you know, the effort being put in has nothing to do with me. This person probably has enough of that. So they'll hold all of the emotional weight and all of the actual wisdom about what a relationship is, and I will sit back and have them buffer everything in my life and level me out because it has nothing to do with my effort. So again, there's nothing romantic. Sorry, love. There's no romance in your life if you are around somebody who defeats the purpose continuously. Not just once, because once it's a mistake, twice it's a habit, and 3 times it's just who they are, you know? I look around and I see all types of relationships. I'm talking like father and son, a romantic relationship, like so many different kinds, not just romantic. This is a very broad thing. And I look at how differently what people really want and what people believe in. So random, but one time I was at work and this man was yelling at his son. His son didn't want to ski. Like crying, didn't want to do it. And his dad was like, well, you're gonna. I want to do this, so you're gonna have to do this. And I was like, holy shit. Do you have any respect for yourself, man? That's a child. If your kids don't want to play a sport or do things, you don't have to live vicariously through them, my dude. You are living your own life. They're living their life. Don't force them to fucking do what they don't want to do because you want them to do it. If they don't want to become a doctor like you were, then they don't have to become a doctor. Shut your mouth and stop talking. So like the bottom line of any relationship is it's not worth it, ever, if the other person is not going to take the time to learn your love language and learn what you want. The only relationship I consider myself to ever have been in taught me a lot about love languages, and it taught me a lot about push and pull. It taught me a lot about giving and taking. That's why I shut somebody out recently, because the last time it got proven to me where somebody stands where I take up space in their life was when I described my pain and they made it about them, and I was like, okay, well, goodbye. It's not worth it. It's not about you. Like, all of this time you continuously showed me where you stand, what you stand for, and what you want out of me. And then it was the final straw. So as a person, we need to feel loved all of the time. If somebody says that they're gonna, like, it's kind of just like you expect somebody to do what they said they were gonna do, I guess. And it's kind of basic, I guess. Okay? Ew. Be the light. Just be the light. If you don't see it, become it. You're crushing it. And you deserve love. I made a video about this before, but the only time I felt loved in my life was when I was of use for somebody, because that's the only time I heard I love you, was when somebody could find a use for me and not just me existing to them all the time. So, just remember that. You're worth more than just being used for something.